Alright, so this is a movie based off a best-selling book with a huge female fan base, with bullshit characters and a bullshit love story. I feel like I've been here before. So 50 Shades of Grey is based off the book of the same name, and it's directed by Sam Taylor Johnson, starring Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. Now, straight off the block, I will say that this film is well shot. I can give it that. It is well shot, it's got good angles, it's got good cinematography, it's well lit, it's all that nice stuff. And the second good thing I can say about this movie is that Dakota Johnson does as much as she can to get as much out of her character and get as much out of this terrible script as she possibly can, and she does a good job. She made this movie watchable. I'll give you that much. Everything else though, everything else sucked. It doesn't matter if the lighting's good and one actor's good, if the acting past that and everything else that goes into making this movie is complete dog shit, then you're not gonna want to watch the movie, and that does not make it a good movie. But we all know that millions of screaming girls and 45-year-old women and 65-year-old women for some weird reason are gonna go see this movie because they've read the book and they've fallen in love with this fantasy of BDSM. Now, it's hard to talk about 50 Shades of Grey without talking about the sex scenes. The sex, the BDSM, the thing that the movie and the book is sold on. It's cool. I mean, there's no connection between the characters at all. There's no connection between Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. There's no chemistry there, so the sex scenes are just there as sex scenes, and I'm just like, tits. This movie is sold on sex scenes, but the thing is, this movie has like 10 minutes of sex scenes put together. This movie goes for 2 hours. That's 10 minutes out of 120 minutes. 10 minutes! God! And the major problem with that is pretty simple. The rest of the movie is boring! Oh my god, this movie just kept dragging on and on and on, and just the dialogue was so cringeworthy. Dakota Johnson, although she acted her ass off, she couldn't even save some of this dialogue. It was so cheesy, so corny, so just one-liners that you didn't buy that made you laugh when you weren't supposed to laugh. Jamie Dornan, he played Christian Grey in the movie, and he just didn't give anything. He just could not bring this terrible script out of the pages. He just couldn't make it happen. And honestly, I don't blame him 100%. I mean, he's given this terrible script. Not every actor or actress can make a terrible script at least seem watchable. But he needed to bring something more. He needed to at least try and have chemistry with Dakota Johnson, and he just doesn't. His one-liners are awful. His delivery is awful. His monologues that he goes on and on and on for, they just don't sink in. They just don't work. A lot of people have been calling this movie like Twilight 2.0 and like Twilight just with BDSM. Twilight with porn, if you will. I agree. The reason I agree is I did a little bit of research. I went on my computer, I did a little bit of research, I was typing along, and I found out the origin of the 50 Shades of Grey novel. The origin of 50 Shades of Grey, the novel book. The author started the story out as Twilight fan fiction, and it was then taken down from the Twilight fanfiction sites for being too erotic, so she changed the names of the characters, and instead of werewolves and vampires, it's rich boys and abs, and we have 50 Shades of Grey. So overall, this movie has great cinematography, terrible acting performances except for Dakota Johnson, who knocks it out of the park, terrible love story, bullshit weak characters, as in, you know, Dakota Johnson's character just bowing to the master that is man, apparently. I know I'm not a feminist, I'm not trying to be a feminist, but that's what it is. And just a boring, long 2-hour movie. In the end, guys, I'm going to say that 50 Shades of Grey is what you get when you mix Twilight with nymphomaniacs. Anyway guys, that's all we got time for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button right down below. Comment down below, what did you guys think of 50 Shades of Grey? And of course, hit that big red subscribe button right next to my name to catch all my latest movie news, trailer reviews, and movie reviews themselves. And with that being said, guys, my name is Liam Mulligan. See you guys next time.